born fighting before I knew my name. Too small for this world, already facing pain. Then I grew up where a child should feel safe, but safety was something I could never embrace. Different kinds of abuse, different kinds of scars. Some wounds you can see, some are buried too far. I learned how to smile when I wanted to cry. Learned how to survive when nobody asked why. And now I'm 30, but the child is still here, still carrying memories, still carrying fear. They say you're an adult, you should be okay, but trauma doesn't disappear because years pass away. You can grow up in age but be frozen in time, still searching for safety. You were denied in your life, still asking the world, can somebody please see that surviving the past doesn't mean I'm free. They put another label against my name, cerebral palsy, but is that really the frame? When nobody listens, how can anybody know what is truly happening underneath it all? I'm not just a label, I'm not just a file, I'm not just a damage I've carried for miles. I'm a person who's hurting, I'm a person who's scared, I'm somebody who needed help. So who was there? When the doctors turned away, when the services disappeared, when I begged for someone to listen and nobody seemed to hear. I was fighting through a nightmare that I never chose to share. Everybody said, somebody will help you, but who was there? PTSD isn't just remembering what happened, it's waking up feeling like it's happening again. It's a nervous system screaming, run, hide, don't trust, when your body learns survival because surviving was a must. It's the smallest sound becoming something huge. It's being overwhelmed by everything people do. It's trying to explain what you cannot explain while your mind is drowning underneath the pain. It's losing pieces of yourself, just trying to cope, trying to find a reason to believe there is hope. And when you're already vulnerable, already afraid, being rejected by the people you trusted cuts deeper than a blade. And life gave me another nightmare to face. Someone hacked my rent, invaded my space, my phone, my finances, things I should control. Someone even bought a car. How do you process that when you're already broke? And I'm standing there alone thinking, where do I go? Who do I call when nobody seems to know? Every problem becomes another mountain to climb while the fear keeps screaming inside my mind. I shouldn't have had to fight this alone, shouldn't have had to protect my own. When you're vulnerable, you need someone beside you, someone who believes you, someone who guides you. Not another closed door, not another goodbye, not another person saying there's nothing we can do while you're falling apart inside. And the learning disability team was supposed to understand, supposed to protect someone vulnerable, supposed to feel lend a hand. But when I needed them the most, I felt abandoned once again. Another broken promise from somebody who said they'd help. I'm not just a label, I'm not just a file, I'm not just a image I've carried for miles. I'm a person who's hurting, I'm a person who's scared, I'm somebody who needed help. So who was there? When my whole world was shaking, when I couldn't find the way, when I needed someone beside me but was left alone to face the day. I was fighting through a nightmare that I never chose to dare. Everybody said, somebody will help you, but who was there? Maybe you don't understand what trauma does to a mind. Maybe you think 30 years means I should leave it all behind. But tell me, if a child grows up afraid, who teaches that child they're safe? If nobody comes when they cry, who teaches them to trust? And when that child becomes a man, why do we expect the fear to vanish? Why do we call it weakness when he is still trying to manage? I didn't choose the abuse, I didn't choose the neglect, I didn't choose the fear, I didn't choose the disabilities, I didn't choose the confusion, I didn't choose to be vulnerable, I chose to survive. So don't tell me I'm difficult, because I'm asking for help. Don't tell me I'm broken, because I'm struggling to cope. Don't reduce my whole existence to a diagnosis on a page. Look beyond the words and see the human underneath. Look at the years I survived. Look at the battles nobody saw. Look at the nights I was terrified. Look at how many times I still got up. I'm not just a label, I'm not just a file, I'm not just the trauma I've carried for miles. I'm still here, I'm still breathing, I'm still fighting, I'm still dreaming. You can question my diagnosis, you can question what you see, but don't ever question what surviving did to me. Because when the system failed me, when the people walked away, when I was left vulnerable to face another terrifying day, something inside me whispered, don't you dare disappear.